Now we're ready for the part of the lesson called Up and Atom on page 184 and 185 of your textbook. And the essential question for this part of the lesson is, what are the parts of the atom? We've already talked about the parts of the atom as we've been going along. We know that we have the proton and the neutron and the electron. With better technology and more experimenting and more collaborating together, we are now to the level of acceptance that there are even smaller particles called quarks. And we're still in the theorization stage of string theory and what's smaller than a quark. So we're still experimenting and still learning new things. So, question number 10 asks you to read, and as you read, to underline the sentences that define the three types of particles that make up the atom. So, remember that a sentence ends in a period, so you're underlining more than just one word. Then, number 11 asks you to summarize. It asks you to complete the table with information about the subatomic particles. And the subatomic particles of an atom are the proton, the neutron, which are in the nucleus, and the electron, which is in the electron cloud outside of the nucleus. The proton and neutron are pretty close in mass. The neutron has a little bit more mass than the proton, and the electron, compared to them, is super duper duper small in its mass, almost a negligible, meaning barely anything, mass. So here's a GIF of the nucleus. And you can see the protons and neutrons, and you can see the electrons traveling outside of the nucleus. There's a lot of empty space within an atom. Now, empty space to us, we can't see this. So that empty space, we're thinking that's not very much space. But at the atomic level, there's a lot of space that's empty between the nucleus and those electrons.